Cosmic Ryan. God, it's glad to have you here for the weekend video, cosmonauts. Yes! I'm fucking stoked, man. This is great. 2 videos, 2 days, man. I'm on a whole level of enlightenment right now. Love it. Check this little number out, man. I don't know if you guys seen the video I put out yesterday. Part 2 of the Stoner Doom video series I'm doing. Featured this little number right here, Death Alley, Black Magic Boogie Land. Get a load of that great cover. Yeah, this is on TP Records. That's a heavy, dirty rocker right there, man. You guys got to check that out. That's what we're listening to, man. It's banging stuff, man. So welcome to the weekend video, man. I'm happy to have you here. Welcome, cosmonauts. Thank you all for all of you who comment, all of you who subscribe, all of you who hit that like button. You know, the old like button? Yeah, we love it. Man, I am having a great weekend so far, listening to some great music, and I've got a great little stack over here of vinyl, a real mixed bag, so to speak, of vinyl to share with you. Should be something for everybody in this video, man. When I say mixed bag, it's a mixed bag, people. I'm not kidding with you. Oh, look at here. Look at this little freshie. Oh, isn't he cute? Look what he's wearing. His DC Comics classic Justice League garb here in the form of a beer koozie. Gotta love that, man. Oh, we're gonna do a big chug. Don't you worry, Vinyl Community. We're on it. A little lowdown on what we're doing here today. I already kind of mentioned the mixed bag of vinyl finds over there, but this video is actually a shout outs and show and tell. Any of you that follow Cosmic Vinyl know what a shout outs and show and tell is. I'll give about 3 or 4 shout outs, show a few albums, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. You guys excited like me? I'm excited. Yeah, I want to shout out some channels that I think should have way more subs than they do now. A couple of the channels I've already shouted out in the past, but I just don't think you were listening, Vinyl Community. I'm going to keep pounding it into your brains until you go over there and subscribe and throw these guys a bone. Get them up to the level of subscribers and viewership that they deserve for all the work they put in. Anyway, let's get on to this little fella here. An ice-cold beverage for our big chug. So yeah, you guys grab your cold beverage or your warm beverage, or your warm accoutrement, if you will. Jeez. All right, this is to toast all you out there, man. I appreciate all you out there that watch Cosmic Vinyl, support Cosmic Vinyl. And this is a toast to all those that I'm going to shout out as well. So let's get this thing going here and get the drinks on and start this weekend off righteously. Here we go.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Holy, that's cold. All right. So, first couple of channels I want to shout out. Let me turn this down a little bit. It's a little bit loud over here in the Cosmic Realm. First channel, and now this channel has been around the vinyl community for a while. He did take a hiatus for a spell. Life sometimes takes priority over making YouTube videos, believe it or not, vinyl community. But this is my friend Dan. He is the Vinyl Geezer, my friends. That's his channel name. Formerly known as Dan's Vinyl Channel. The Vinyl Geezer, what a great name. What a great channel. Me and Dan have been friends for a long time. He was my first vinyl community meetup. I was still living in Iowa. I flew down here for a record show. We met up. We had a great weekend. Check out the Vinyl Geezer. He shows a lot of different kinds of music. He's really into like new wave, 80s type music, stuff like Japan, orchestral maneuvers in the dark, that kind of stuff, Simple Minds. But he's also into like stuff like Maiden too, like metal stuff. So kind of an eclectic taste on the Vinyl Geezer part. Dan, if you're watching this, man, we got to get together, brother. Come on, let's do this. Anyway, check out his channel, and I will put links to all these channels in the description so that you can go over and sub them up and check out their video content. The next two that I'm going to shout out are definitely channels I've already shouted out, but like I said, come on, let's rally. These guys put a lot of work into their videos. They deserve way more subs than they have, and they deserve a higher viewership. The first one is my friend Holly at Hellion Rebellion Rock and Roll Association. One of the greatest backdrops I've seen in a video. Well, it's a close second. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Holly over at the Hellion Rebellion, man. What a killer channel. Man, that guy puts out some great video content. His format is gives a few factoids about the records. Then he just, the rest of it's all needle drops. So he lets the music do the talking, if you will. And it's just I love it, man. Plus he wears mind shields like Cosmic Brian, man. We're mind shield brothers. And he also likes to enjoy a cold beverage during his videos as well. So you can't beat that. Funny thing, he did the chip challenge the other day during his videos. That comes a little, one Doritos like chip, it's blue. He ate it, it's hotter. It must be hotter than shit because he was suffering the whole rest of the video. Not saying a word, but you could see it. He was dying. Oh my God, check it out. It's one of his more recent videos. Now the next channel is another channel that I have shouted out before, but that's Stereo 999. The artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. I love it. Man, this guy's videos are like watching an art film school video. You know what I'm saying? It's got so many great like weird clips in it. And lots of weird effects and stuff. That's just the icing on top of the cake. And of course he shows a hugely eclectic array of music on his channel as well. He's actually doing 70 years of 70 albums. So like he started in the 50s, he's going to like current. He shows one album from each year, and he's been really mixing it up, and it's great. He's showing some great content. Man, check out Stereo Steve. I'm so jealous of the way his videos are put together, man. I wish I was that creative. Those are my shout outs. Now let's get to this wonderful stack of mixed bag of vinyl over here. And I'm telling you, it is, from each album, you'll see it's 180 degrees between each one. So this first album is Michelangelo. This is like a private press record here. This was it was recorded in 1977. This guy was like a studio musician. Had a pretty decent gig going. He was like doing like stuff for commercials. He was also, whenever an artist needed some sort of instrumentation, somebody to step in and provide instrumentation on their album, he could step in and do it. And he was doing great. And he also had a connection with Liberty Records, and he had full access to one of their studios. And so whenever it wasn't being used for like recording or whatever, he would be able to go in there and lay down tracks. He was he spent a lot of nights writing songs and recording tracks at the studio, and he put together an album worth of material. And then when he offered it to Liberty, they were like, they didn't want it. So, and then Liberty pulled up stakes and were done, right? So then he took the album to Big K label, and I think they issued pressed 500 copies. And then, of course, the masters were destroyed or lost along the way. People were putting out bootlegs of this. I mean, you can see by this cover, this could very well be a bootleg right here. And then Mexican Summer Anthology also did a reissue of this album. But this is like singer-songwriter stuff. It's like folk psych, kind of a little pop psych in there. He plays all the instrumentation except for the drums. It's like piano and acoustic guitar, a little bit of electric guitar as well. Now, all you guys that like the stuff out there a little heavier handed, and if you like a hard and heavy or deep psychedelic stuff, this is not that. Regardless of what this cover looks like, it is definitely not that. This is more of a, like I said, a singer-songwriter. The guy's voice totally reminds me of like early Paul Simon. I hear a little bit of Beatle-esque vibe in here. The songs are very poppy, mostly acoustic, like I said. But I buy stuff like this because sometimes you just need a mood adjustment, Vinyl Community.
Sure. I can understand that.
Dial it down a notch. You know what I'm saying? And this is the kind of stuff I listen to for that mood adjustment. Something I need to just like kind of decomp. You know what I'm saying? Decompress. But yeah, this is some pretty cool stuff right here if you like that kind of singer-songwriter stuff with a little psych edge to it, if you know what I mean. So check out Michelangelo. Now, like I said, we're going 180 degrees. This next record is punk rock all day. This is the Pagans, Shit Street. This is put out on Crypt Records, and this is a compilation album of this Cleveland punk rock band's output from 77 to 79. This is freaking awesome, man. I knew who the Pagans were, but I didn't know shit about them. I mean, I'd heard some of their songs, but this has really been quite enlightening. There's a great write-up on the back there that continues on into the inner sleeve here, and there's some photos of the band there as well, and some other stuff that's available on Crypt Records. But yeah, Cleveland punk rock, and this write-up or these liner notes talk about the Cleveland punk rock scene, and they mention lots of different bands like Perry Ubu, Dead Boys. They mention Devo, also mention the Cramps as well, and of course talk about the Pagans. This was recorded around a time when Cleveland was going through a pretty rough patch. I mean, the city of Cleveland itself in 1978 had to file for bankruptcy. And so it was so bad that the mayor's brother had got busted for robbing a bank. I mean, come on. So yeah, they had plenty of material to work with to write songs. Yeah, this is angry, angsty, fast and furious, aggressive punk rock, street life kind of vibe to it. Just killer aggressive punk rock from Cleveland, Ohio, right here. It's a nice comp of their history. I dig that, man. Speaking of comps, this one is also a comp that covers the history of this band. And this is Pretty Boy Floyd from Hollywood, California, right here, Los Angeles, glam rock, sleaze rock. This is a trashy compilation of these Hollywood glam rockers' career. It covers stuff off of their debut album, Leather Boys with Electric Toys. Also has some stuff on here from their Kiss tribute album, which was called The Kiss of Death. In fact, this opens up with the track Shout It Out Loud, a Kiss cover. There's the track list there for you, which is actually pretty damn good. But check out how glammed out these guys are. I mean, that is total glam rock right there. I love this, man. And check this out. Comes on a very bright red vinyl here. There it is. Check that out. Pretty damn cool. Definitely matches the front cover of the album. Yeah, I dig these guys, man. I've always wanted that Leather Boys with Electric Toys album, but I'm going to have to settle for this compilation that covers their career. This is like snotty, anthemic, glam rock, very cool, screaming guitars. It's just a really cool glam rock, sleaze rock album. It came out in 1989 originally with their debut album. Unfortunately, this band and the genre of, hair metal and sleaze rock, his demise was right around the corner, as waiting in the alley to spring on him was the 90s alt-rock, grunge rock, alternative rock scene that were going to kick these glam rockers right back to the gutter from which they crawled, unfortunately. It is unfortunate because a lot of these bands put albums out after 89 that were actually quite good and really got no push by their label. It's hard to come by those albums these days without paying a price. So, but yeah, check out Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty cool glam rock stuff. And like I said, we're going a totally different direction here. This is our reigning kings of space rock, Hawkwind. This is called Roadhawks. Now, until the Perch showed me this, I had never seen this album. This too is a compilation of Hawkwind's early material, covering their debut album from 1969. It kind of goes through their Warrior on the Edge of Time material. This was released in 1976 on United Artists label. And it was put together by one of Hawkwind's own, and that's Dave Brock. It was kind of put together as a farewell to their longtime label, United Artists. I'm going to show you this outer cover, man. I'll give you the full effect, y'all. Look at that, how cool that is. And look at the driver there. Freaking skeletal ghoul. But yeah, this is cool, man. And then the gatefold, some live action there. You've also got Stacy on stage there. That female that would do dance stuff and kind of added a whole new dimension to their live show. But this has three previously unreleased versions of certain songs, including Urban Gorilla, which is that single, when it was released, really gained quite a bit of momentum and landed at 34 on the charts. But unfortunately, the BBC pulled it from the airwaves as it was released around the same time as the terrorist bomb attack on London. I guess the lyrics were maybe just a little too close to home. You know how they always say, too soon? Yeah, that it must have been, because they did pull it. It's too bad. We let terrorists freaking control even our music, for Christ's sake. But also a really killer version of Silver Machine, one of my favorite Hawkwind songs on here. It's a remixed live version. It's a so much better version than the one that came out on the Greasy Truckers live album. Lemmy sounds great on it, and I love that song. This also has The Golden Void, which is a killer song off of Warrior on the Edge of Time. I love this record. This is a really good comp right here by the reigning kings of space rock. So yeah, if you haven't seen that or listened to it, it's a great listen, and it has some great versions of some previously and unpreviously released songs. Great stuff. Now our last album, This is a banger, man. I'm so happy to have this. I actually seen my friend Michael over at Near Wild Heaven show this album recently as well. And I'm talking about Rob Zombie, La Sexorcisto, Devil Music Volume 1. Look at that great cover, man. And then the cover art on the back is fantastic. I guess that's Rob Zombie's artwork there. So this was released in 1992 on Geffen Records. And I gotta tell you, when I lived down in Dallas, this album here was this CD was in steady rotation when we were out, driving around or, going to clubs and stuff. We listened to this in the car all the time, along with like Rage Against the Machine, Dr. Dre's The Chronic. We listened to House of Pain. We also listened to Ministry, Psalm 69. We had a really hardcore, some great tracks, some hip hop stuff, some industrial, and then of course the White Zombie stuff here too. Love this album. I mean, you've got great songs like Thunder Kiss, 1965. You've also got Black Sunshine on this. Oh, you guys want a little cosmic trivia? How about a little cosmic trivia? That opening spoken word on the beginning of Black Sunshine is Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop does that spoken word part on the beginning of this album. But yeah, this is a great mix of groove metal, heavy metal, very danceable, as of course that's the way Rob Zombie wanted it. I've seen that band. I've seen Rob Zombie 2 or 3 times. Fantastic record. I think there might be an insert here I might want to show real quick. Oh yeah, it's got some cool art just like on the back of the album there. A lot of B-movie B-movie horror samples in this. Stuff from like Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Lots of great samples mixed in with the groove metal. But yeah, that's our mixed bag of treats, Vinyl Community. If you haven't been here before and you dig what you're seeing, man, hit that little that button that says subscribe on it. Just reach over. You don't even have. You can close your eyes and hit it. It's that easy to join the cosmic team. Come on. And if you don't want to miss out on anything that we put out as far as video content, showing some great music on vinyl, and I know you don't, Vinyl Community, then hit that notification bell as well. Oh, and yeah, why not stroke the cosmic vinyl ego by hitting that thumbs up button too? We'd appreciate it. So yeah, man, stay cool, stay cosmic. We will catch you next weekend. Have a great, safe week. Don't let the daily grind get to you. Keep on rocking, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys. That was fucking stupid.